Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? We're back for Catfish is back. Yo, the crazy thing was, remember I thought I was back for Catfish, but it was actually only one episode. So now we're actually really back. Like, I guess the season just started over, so I caught it, and we gonna do this. We gonna rock this sucker out. I see creepy people are trying to get into our video, but we're not gonna let them, all right? So let's talk about Tyler and Stefany. So as we know, they pretty much met, or as from what I saw, they met on Pornhub. And from what he said, she gave him hope. They never actually video chatted or anything like that. So right there, that's like, boom, boom, you know, put on the sirens. There's a problem here. That something is wrong. And they never met up or anything like that. She always has like issues, like her parents, they're sick, or something else is happening where she's not able to like either meet up with him, even though they both live in Florida, or they're not able to actually video chat. And like, he's starting to have his doubts because of that. So that's the reason why he felt the need to reach out to the Catfish crew. So Tyler, he started doing Pornhub because I guess he said the pandemic and everything, like he lost a lot of income. So this was his way to kind of gain income. You know, you working from home, you having fun, you love your job. So, I mean, why not, right? No judgment zone. So yeah, he was pretty much doing like amateur porn. Well, not so amateur anymore, because now he was like legit making like, I guess, decent money from it. And he said he uploads about every 2 weeks. And she had videos as well. That's how they kind of like met or whatever. They were talking on there. But eventually her videos did get taken down. So they were starting to think like, maybe, just maybe, this could be because you have to have a verified account now on Pornhub. Because, you know, they don't want people, or I'm assuming, I don't really know too much about it. They don't want people monetizing off of other people's content. Because, you know, you could pretty much get these videos from anywhere, upload it, I'm assuming in the past, and then make money off of it. And it might not even be you. It might not even be your video. So now they actually want you to verify, I guess, that it's you. Maybe send in your ID card or whatever prior to being able to do that. Which I feel like is good because, you know, a lot of people don't want this stuff on the internet. They don't want this stuff to be publicized, and it's people just like doing revenge stuff, and they're able to make money off it. Like, that's horrible. So from what he said, she's 35 and he's actually 26 years old, so she's actually older than him. They really did have like really nice and genuine conversations, and he said that he loves her. Like, love is a big word, and he used it several times. He said he talks to her just about every night. So that's like hubby wife status. You know, it's serious. When you talk it every single night, it's almost like that's your comfort. Like, you can't even have a good day without this person, you know? So she has an Android. He has iPhone. I've video chatted with many people that have iPhones, even though I have an Android. I can still, well, if I wanted to, I could use my MacBook, or I could use my iPod, or I could use whatever. But with them, that was supposedly one of the big issues, you know, and then she doesn't have a smartphone. So they've literally been talking for like 2 years and nothing, like I said earlier. So it's crazy. She did send him like photos of her body, like different body parts. So, you know, that kind of helps with the visual. It kind of shows the person that's in the video or whatever. But even on the videos that she had up on Pornhub, it never really had her face. So, like, all these things to me are screaming something is wrong. Like, I don't think I would have... No, not I don't think. Let me tell you something. It's 2021. Why in God's great earth is this person able to put up all these videos on Pornhub, but they cannot do a little video chat? Like, there are so many different places. There's Skype, there's Zoom, there's freaking, what else? There's FaceTime, there's WhatsApp calling, there is Duo. Like, there's so many freaking different places. There's even, for Androids, we have video calling as well. Like, it's unacceptable. There's no excuse. Like, nah, not in 2021. Or you can go to freaking, how were you able to put up these videos on the Like, nah, I don't accept it. I do not accept it. And there's always the excuse of, oh, my phone is not really a smartphone or something like that. Like, how old are you? So you have a phone from, like, what you have, an Obama phone? Like, I don't get it. So, anyways, they did the whole Google search, image search type thing, and it didn't come up anything for her face, but it did end up coming up stuff for her body. So her body was connected to all these different websites, which means that she most likely just copied some random images. Oh, hot girl with boobs, no face showing, or whatever. You know, maybe cut off the head, or just look for some that don't have the head, and sent it to him so that he can, you know, get that fake visual and feel like he's even more connected to her through her body. And it's just all lies. So they finally find someone with her name, Stefany Dunger, who is in Florida. And the bad part about it was that it showed that she was married. So here goes another, like, type of moment. So now things are really getting kind of ugly and suspicious. You know what I mean? Like, now it's even more red flags. So they did tell him their findings and stuff like that. And Tyler, he looked like he was a little bit worried about that. Like, first he seemed like he was okay with it because everything that they found, it seemed like she's a real person. She's 35. She lives in Florida. So, those things are correct. But on the other hand, it was saying that she's married. So that right there is a no-no. So, you know, just seeing that, he's kind of like, okay. It was almost like somebody literally took a pin and burst his bubble, like, and all the air just started coming. I don't know if that was an air sound, but you get what I mean. Like, it just started coming out, and it kind of opened his eyes to the possibility that the truth that he wants is not something that may actually happen, you know? So Neve comes up with this amazing plan to send her a smartphone. Like, just, we're gonna do this and we'll see what happens, you know? She can't say that she doesn't have any type of way to talk anymore. So the next day, Neve gets contacted from Tyler, and Tyler says that she did respond, and she said she received the phone, but she didn't want to do it on the show, and she preferred to, like, FaceTime him tomorrow, and just, like, pretty much stalling, like, just doing anything she can to stall. So Neve was like, nah, like, if she would, and what you call, I forgot the girl name, but they were pretty much like, nah, because at the end of the day, if she's saying no today, what's the difference with tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a way to kind of deflect, to kind of not do it, and just kind of come up with more and more excuses. So it's like, just do it. So finally, after being called out by him, you know, she says, oh, she's not scared. She'll do anything for him. She loves him. And boom, tag, you're it, baby girl. So lo and behold, here goes Miss Stefany. Let me tell you something. This girl looked nothing. Nothing. And she wasn't even like, she wasn't a bad looking girl, but she just wasn't anything like the person who he expected to see. So, you know, of course, he was pretty upset about that. You could just see it in his facial expression. She says that her name, her information is correct. So she does live in Florida. She was currently in Texas because she was helping somebody to do something. But she said the stories that she gave him were true. But she did get called out because it's like, yeah, it's true, but you still lied about your photos, and you lied about being able to video chat him because she actually was talking on a computer. So all this time you had a device, but you didn't want him to see you. So of course she has a sob story of, you know, like body, like, I guess, what I say, dysmorphia. perhaps, but she pretty much has body image, insecurities. So that's her sob story. She felt like she wasn't pretty enough and all these things. And he was just kind of sitting there. Like, he didn't even say, like, I feel like you're attractive, or I feel like you're amazing or great or you're beautiful. He didn't say none of that. I'm like, damn, she was looking for validation from him to know that he would still be with her even if she wasn't the same person. Like, she wasn't getting it at all. It was like cricket zone. For real, for real. So, yeah, she pretty much, like, I feel like at the end of the day, he knows what he wants, and I'm pretty sure he has a certain type. So at least they might have been able to be friends, or at least be pen pals if she would have initially said who she was. But it's crazy how beauty can fade. Well, no, I shouldn't say beauty, but love can fade so quickly once you actually see somebody's appearance, because he loved her so much. She's mentioned how much she loves him many times, even after seeing him. But yet, now that he knows the real her, it was like all love was gone. But I do know how it feels to feel lied to. And, once trust is broken, even if it was somebody who actually was attractive, I think that once the trust is broken, that makes it hard to move forward. Because now, for me personally, all I see is liar. Like, written across your face every time I look at you. So I couldn't even, like, go for it. I couldn't even really take you seriously because that's all I'm seeing. It would definitely take a lot for me to, and a special connection where I feel like you're my soulmate or something, for me to be able to say, all right, despite you lying to me about who you were, and telling me things, and lying to me also about having any devices for 2 years, I'll still be able to move on with you. It's just like, even to say it out loud, it just sounds stupid. So I get where he's coming from. Of course, she did apologize. I mean, he got so mad at one point, he just kind of logged off. That's almost as bad as, like, walking away from someone or shutting the phone when somebody's talking to you. Like, that pisses me off. But yeah, he wasn't with it but she did come, like, later on when they got back together, she did apologize to him, and she said she would give him space for as long as he needs. They did kind of let her know, like, he may never come back. Just kind of be ready for that. That's the rude awakening that you're gonna have to face for your own actions. But yeah, she was, I mean, that was pretty much it at the end of the day. She said she was still claiming, she still claimed that she loved him. And I knew that he was over it, just by his demeanor, by the way his facial expressions looked, the way that he was kind of sitting there. He just seemed irritated, annoyed, and probably didn't want to say anything offensive either, because depending on what you say, you can look like an a-hole. So I think that those were the things that was happening in his head. But they did show, like, the little update. They said the two did continue to speak after that as friends. But even with that, Tyler couldn't really continue the relationship because he just kept on thinking about everything that had occurred, which that's kind of like how I would feel, So I guess they probably broke ties after that, I'm assuming, because it's like, what else is there? But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on Catfish. Let me know your thoughts down below if you know them. I know some of you guys be knowing some of these people. And yeah, did you think that Tyler should have continued to speak to her? What do you think about her actions as well? All right, thanks, guys. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.